Okay. And let's see.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, everyone. Thank y'all so much for joining. We're going to wait just a couple of minutes just to give people a little more time to join in. So Wynella, just letting you know, we can see your uploads.
Oh, you can't see what I'm trying. I was trying
Yeah,
to. I was trying to upload the agenda. So
that's the first time we've been able to see something. So
okay. Well, everyone just know there is an agenda. And I was trying to upload it into the chat, but Erica will walk us through. Whenever you're ready to start, Erica. Let's see. I think we have 31 folks who've joined us now. So.
Okay, so on my end, I see 23.
Oh, it might be you, Mark, and I. Might be the other. I don't know.
Okay. All right. Can you hear me okay? I sound good. Okay, good. My AC just stopped, so there won't be like this humming in the background. So it's perfect timing. Hi, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. My name is Erica Sampson, and I just want to first off by saying thank you all so much for giving us 1 hour of your time this morning just to talk about the Senior Hunger Action Team and just to kind of talk about what our year is going to look like. So if you want to advance Wynella for me. All right, perfect. So first off, we definitely want to start off with just some brief introductions about each other. I would love to hear your name, where you're from, what organization you're with, maybe briefly just the title of your position with your organization, and just a little bit, if you're still thinking about it and you can't come up with it when I call your name, in the chat, just kind of write down what your passion is or what your connection is specifically to senior hunger. And so I'll start off with myself. Again, my name is Erica Sampson. I'm actually a senior financial coach with the Senior Source, which is a nonprofit off of Harry Hines, not too far from Parkland, if you've never heard of it. My professional role to senior hunger is within my role, I help people apply for state benefits. A lot of the times when it comes to hunger, that's going to be different organizations in the community that may have senior programs for my clients, as well as, of course, the SNAP food stamp program. Now, on a personal level, senior hunger is special to me because I personally cared for my grandmother who went from completely able-bodied to disabled. And we realized, in the worst possible way that she was not able to feed herself. And so that just was a push forward for me in the work that I do for my clients. And so I want to pass it off to just my co-host first to introduce himself, and then Miss Wynella, and then I'll go down the line of everyone. Oh, thank you so much, Wynella. That makes it easier than me looking on my phone. So thank you. Mark Edwards, would you like to introduce yourself?
Good morning, and thank you, Erica. I hope everyone is staying safe and staying warm. My name is Mark Edwards. I'm the program administrator for Dallas County Older Adult Services. Our primary connection to senior hunger is that we provide approximately 900 to 1,000 meals for seniors each and every day in a congregate format style. We also emphasize social activities, cognitive activities, fitness and movement activities. Thank you.
Thank you. And
Thank you so much.
I'll go ahead because I just want to say I'm sorry, we're not going to have enough time for everybody to give a lot of detail, about what you do. So please use the chat for that opportunity. I'm Wynella Henderson Green. I work for the Baylor University Collaborative on Hunger and Poverty, and I manage the Dallas Coalition for Hunger Solutions. The Senior Hunger Action Team is one of our 5 focus areas.
Thank you, Wynella. The next name I see is Alana. Or excuse me, Elena. I mispronounced that. Sorry.
Thank you, ma'am. Yes, I'm Elena Pierre with the North Texas Food Bank. I'm Director of SNAP and Social Services there, and we assist people with applying for benefits like SNAP, Medicaid, TANF, and other resources to help them maintain their household budget.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Next name I see is Miss April. Hi, I see you talking, but I don't hear you. I think you're still on mute.
My name is April Murphy, and I work for Health and Hunger Solutions for Brazoria County. It's one of the coalitions under the Baylor Collaborative.
Perfect. Thank you, Miss April. The next name I see A. Herrera.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, I'm sorry if you're just joining. So basically, just introduce yourself and the organization you're a part of.
Yes, my name is Abigail Herrera, and I am from Foremost Family Health Centers, known as the Martin Luther King.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
The next name I see is Attorney Lashika. And please, if I mispronounce your name, please correct me when you unmute.
You pronounced it perfectly. Thank you very much.
Okay, good.
As you said, my name is Attorney Lashika Walton, and I am the Community Impact Chairman for Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, Omicron Mu Omega chapter.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. Brandon.
Hi, good morning. My name is Brandon Bowling. I work at the North Texas Food Bank, and I help support the CSFP PAN program.
Perfect. Thank you. I see Bri.
Hi, everyone. It's Bree Mabry. I am the Community Impact Director for the Dallas Division with the American Heart Association. Thank you.
Sorry about that, Miss Bree. Thank you for the correction. I see Kathy. Miss Kathy, you just want to introduce yourself and what organization you're with?
My name is Susan Blackburn. I know it says Kathy Hurst on here, but that's okay. I didn't even notice it was wrong. I'm with Volunteer Now, and I'm a senior, and so I want to be sure other seniors have the available or able to get the food that they need. Thank you.
Thank you so much. The next name I see is Charsha C. If you don't mind unmuting for me. Oh, thank you.
Good morning. I'm sorry, I'm a little under the weather. Yes, my name is Charsha Crump, and I'm with Tarrant County Public Health. I'm also a student at University of Texas at Arlington. So I just want to come in and kind of sit in on your meeting today, if you all don't mind. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Thank you so much, and feel better. I'm sorry to hear that. Next name I see is Miss Cheryl.
Good morning. Good morning. I'm Cheryl McCarver, and I am the Senior Executive Director for the YMCA in Arlington and Manville. And I just want to make sure I have access to what so many of our seniors need. So I'm jumping on, and my professional career is in the Dallas area, so I know a lot of people on the call.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. The next name I see on my list, Donita.
Good morning. My name is Donita Batiste, and I am the Grant Program Coordinator at Faith Formula Human Services in Dallas.
Perfect. Thank you so much for being with us. Next name I see is Dulce.
Hello. Hi, good morning, everyone. My name is Dulce Gallegos. I'm a community health worker for Baylor's Scott and White Health and Wellness Institute.
Nice. Thank you so much. Next, I see E. Pitt.
Good morning. My name is Erin. I am the Population Health Director at Foremost Family Health Center.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Next, I see Erica Scott.
Good morning. My name is Erica Scott, and I'm with the Texas Star Program. We help members who have been deemed eligible for Medicaid to select their managed care plan. We offer education, outreach, and remote and enrollment to their plans, and we also help them to connect to community resources.
Thank you so much. Ms. Fallon.
Hi, I'm Fallon. I'm with City Square and I'm the food pantry resource navigator. So I specialize in SNAP benefits and I also coordinate PAN on campus.
Perfect. Thank you, Fallon. The next name I see is Floristine Johnson.
Okay. Yes, I'm Floristine Johnson. And I'm retired now, but I was formerly the consultant nutritionist for the Dallas AAA Area Agency on Aging. And I've been with this group a long time.
Okay. Hi, Ms. Johnson. The next name I see on our list is Glow. Hi, Glow, can you hear us? We just need you to unmute and just introduce yourself and what organization you're with.
Flo put her information in the chat. She's with Faith
okay.
Human Services as well, though.
Oh, okay, thank you so much. I can't see the chat. There's too much going on. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
The next name I see is, I believe, Jara.
Hi, I'm Jara Fansler with Dallas County Older Adult Services. Work with the SNAP Enrollment Initiative. Good to see everybody.
Thank you so much. I see Jasmine next on our list. If you want to unmute and just say your name and where you're from.
Good morning. My name is Jasmine Gentry. I work in compliance for the North Texas Food Bank, supporting the programs team for seniors programs and child programs.
Perfect. Thank you so much for being with us. Jessica T. All right, Ms. Jessica, I don't know if you can hear me, but if you'd like to unmute and just say what organization you're with and your name. Okay, so we'll just go ahead and move to the next name. I see Jesse Watford.
Hi, I'm Jessie Watford with Superior Health Plan. We're one of the Medicaid plans, and I work with the Star Plus population, which is our elderly and disabled.
Perfect. Thank you so much. And then I see Jonathan next, Jonathan B.
Hey there, good morning. My name is Jonathan Braddock. I'm the Community Development Manager for Phoenix Mobility Rising. We operate the AARP Ride at 50 Plus program and Phoenix Volunteer Driver program.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And then I see Jay Quinton.
Yes, this is James Ramirez. How are you?
Oh, hi, how are you doing?
Great. I'm with the City of Dallas Senior Services, and we provide referral and information and outreach to seniors 60 and over.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I see Katie in. Okay, I'm going to move to Kristen.
Hi, I'm Kristen. I'm a student intern at the North Texas Food Bank and an occupational therapy student looking at food insecurity in older adults.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And I'm seeing some chats pop up, so I appreciate if I call your name and you do a chat. Thank you so much. Latoya.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Latoya Thomas, and I serve as the director over a CDC REACH grant for Faith Formula Human Services.
Awesome, welcome. Thank you for being here. Madison?
Hi, everybody. I'm so excited that I haven't been on one of these calls in a while, so I'm excited to be back. I'm Madison Messenger. I'm our programs manager at the North Texas Food Bank, so I support our CSFP PAM program.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I see Maria.
Hello, my name is Maria, and I'm with Foremost Family Health Centers through the outreach program.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Marlene.
Hi, I'm Marlene Cohen, and I'm a volunteer with the National Council of Jewish Women, Greater Dallas section. And I've worked with the Eating Well as a SNAP program since it started.
It's so good to see you, Miss Marlene. Thank you so much. And then I see, names are popping around here. I see I don't want to mess this up. Is this Michael Hart?
Good morning. My name is Mikhail Hart. I'm with the Office of Community Care Senior Service Program, Caseworker 2, and we offer information referral for seniors throughout the city of Dallas.
Perfect. I'm sorry about that, Mr. Hart. Thank you for correcting me. Myra Collins.
Hello, my name is Myra Collins. Yes, and I'm with Wilkinson Center. I am a senior program case manager, and we offer services throughout the Pleasant Grove community for our seniors at our food pantry and adult education.
Perfect. Thank you so much. And I'm sorry, when it shifted, I lost where I was on the group here. Pierre.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Pierre again. I'm the community liaison for AmeriGroup Star Plus program. Excited to be here and joining your call for the first time. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Chandra. Oh, Sharonda. I'm so sorry. I completely read that wrong. Sharonda.
Good morning. I'm Sharonda Wilson with Foremost Family Health Center. I am the outreach department supervisor. Glad to be here.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And I hope I'm not saying a double name, but Sherry. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and go to the next name I see here, Susan. Susan B. Okay, and I'm just for the sake of time, I'm gonna go to the next name, Miss Sydney Diggs. I know this person.
Good morning. Hi, Erica. I'm Sydney Portilla Diggs with Any Step Community Services, and we provide non-perishable nutritional food items to older adults in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. In addition to that, we also offer hygiene products and some limited cleaning supplies.
Perfect. Thank you, Sydney. And thank you. I see that chat just come up that some people have an issue with their mic. So it looks like I have two names here left that I see. VORR.
Good morning. I'm Valerie Orr with Star Transit. I'm a mobility management coordinator. And we work together with y'all as a resource for transportation in our service areas and providing information to those who may not be in our service areas, but are in the Dallas County area or the city of Dallas area who may need resources that you are able to provide for them.
Perfect. Thank you so much. And I do see one final name here, Eulander. I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name.
That's okay. Good morning. My name is Yolanda Plater. I am the Community Relations Coordinator with AmeriGroup. I know a lot of people in here, so it's nice to see everyone in this cool day. My information is in the context messaging on the side. So if anyone needs to reach me, my personal information is on there. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I know people are probably joining throughout it, so I know that I may have missed some people, so I'm sorry about that. If I did miss you, just drop your information in the chat. We record all this, and Wyanella will make it into one beautiful email, and it'll all go out to us. So just drop any other information about yourself in the chat. So let's just go ahead and get into it. I'm gonna try and be brief because we want to give us a lot of time. We have a lot of amazing people. I'm seeing 42 people in here. So let's just talk briefly just about the mission of the coalition overall. As you can see here on the screen, this is our official mission. Through cross-sector DFW collaboration of multiple organizations, the Dallas Coalition for Hunger Solution works together to try and identify some of the challenges that our older adults are facing. And we try and just brainstorm and achieve some solutions to just find and create equitable ways to give access to healthy and nutritious food for our older adults. Now, the coalition as a whole is actually made up of 5 different action teams. As you can see here on our screen, we have child hunger, senior hunger, faith community, public policy, and urban agriculture. And so the meeting today is the meeting of the senior hunger action force, right? And so like I kind of briefly already said, this is an organization where we all come together in meetings like this, and I'm going to pass it to Mark here in a few minutes, where we just kind of work together, talk about what was successful in our year before, and also what are our goals moving forward? What are some things that we're seeing? What are some trends that we're seeing? And we're just going to get together and just brainstorm and try and decide how we want to move forward this year and what goals we want to set for ourselves. And so I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to Mark.
Well, thank you so very much, Erica. Thank you for facilitating the introductions. Again, welcome to those who have worked with us over the past, and for those that are new, and particularly a special welcoming to those students. We appreciate your participation and your leadership. We're going to definitely need young people to champion this very important cause called senior hunger. And we all know that senior hunger means different things to different people, but we also know to older adults who suffer from food insecurity, it also means a lack of access for transportation, lack of access for utilities, lack of access to quality food. For many live in food desert areas, and just a lack of access to a number of resources. And so all of this ties together. Hence, it's really more of a comprehensive approach, which is why it's so nice to have so many partners at the table today, because it takes a village to raise an older adult, right? And so with that said, one of the things that we want to talk a little bit about today, and then we also want to hear in the chat any impact ideas that our partners may have in terms of how we can have an impact on addressing senior hunger for our older adults. Last year was our first annual Senior Hunger Summit. And the Senior Hunger Summit was developed and designed to bring seniors to the table, to discuss their needs and how we can provide resources to address those needs, whether everything from transportation to utility assistance to healthcare management. And so we're also looking at hosting another senior hunger in May, which is Older Americans Month. And we want to find out different ways our partners could support that effort, or how they would like to participate in that effort, whether as a vendor, as a speaker, as a presenter, as being able to provide a venue of sorts, and any other type of resources to have an impact in our older adult population and community. Last year's Senior Hunger Summit consisted of a keynote speaker, nephrologist, Dr. Donald Weston was our keynote speaker. He was phenomenal, and he really, being a nephrologist, nutrition is really, really key to managing your health. And so he was fantastic. We certainly love to have another keynote speaker on that level of expertise. We also had a number of guest panelists from legal assistance to transportation to healthcare management. We had questions around Alzheimer's and dementia. We had questions around Medicare and Medicaid. We had questions on nutrition and health. And so having a panel of speakers that can address those areas. We're looking for participants from this group. We also had a plethora of resources that seniors were able to walk around and visit vendors and gain information. A number of seniors, for example, in working with the senior source, Erica and her team received utility assistance on that day. And so those are the kind of things that we're certainly going to be looking for. And of course, we also wanted to keep it fun and interactive. We had presenters from some of our senior centers actually perform just to, lighten the mood and keep it on a high note. And so we did some door prizes, some giveaways. We even played bingo. You know how our seniors love bingo. And so we also want to keep it not only information, but inspiration as well. So I'm going to put a pause right there. And if Lionella can manage the chat, and even kind of the conversation, I'm limited in terms of being able to see everybody's screen. Put in the chat how your organization would be interested in participating. And if you have any suggestions for this year's Hunger Summit, just unmute yourself, and we'll try to speak one at a time without speaking over each other. So any ideas, just go ahead and mute yourself and chime right on in.
Hi, I'm Sherry Falk with Star Transit. I'm the Mobility Management Coordinator. One of the things that I think we might need to do during COVID, we partnered with several different organizations, the Farmers to Families organization that was bringing out truckloads of food. And we were able to give out thousands of boxes every week to those folks. Everybody knows the prices are going up. So maybe if we could form some kind of partnerships with organizations like that. Everybody's talking right now about the prices of eggs and things like that. It's very cost prohibitive to an older adult that lives on a fixed income. So if we could form partnerships maybe with some of those organizations for things like milk, eggs, bread, that they can do a lot with those kinds of things in their household, but they can't do it if they don't have access to it because of finances. So just my thoughts.
Sure, thank you for sharing. That's a great thought. I do recall that in partnering with City Square last year, they provided 2 frozen meals for seniors to take home with them. So you're right on track in what you're saying. I think that's a great suggestion. Someone else, please unmute yourself and share some more ideas, impact ideas.
Mark, it's Susan Blackburn. And
hi, Susan.
I can't thank everybody enough for last year's summit. It amazes me how many people aren't even aware of the fact that we have senior hunger. So part of my mission is making people aware that we have this. And it was a wonderful party. We just need a bigger place to hold it. And I think all of us who helped last year, I know we'll support you with whatever you need. It is well worth the time spent to put it together. I mean, there were seniors there who were 90 years old and they made me feel not active. I mean, but yeah, the getting together, the camaraderie and addressing issues. It's important. Thanks, Mark.
Thank you so very much, Susan. Yes, we held the last the senior summit last year at the Senior Source, which was a great facility. However, it was a little tight in terms of space. So we're going to look around as well. We're looking to target 150 to 200 seniors at the summit. So who's next? Who else would like to share? Just go ahead and unmute yourself.
Hi, this is Yolanda Plater. I had a question. The senior hunger is a problem, but also the senior homelessness is a problem too. And I'm thinking that prior to being homeless, seniors are having a hard time providing food, and they're using their food money to sustain their housing. Is that something that we want to look at? Because if we can supply them with food, hopefully that would leave them more money left over in their, fixed incomes to hopefully find and sustain their housing. And I was wondering what some of you guys thought about that.
Thank you, Yolanda. That's great, and that certainly is a plight throughout America, and of course throughout Dallas and Tarrant and other counties here in North Texas. It is a very difficult area, and it requires so many more resources to address senior homelessness. But I think everybody on the call would agree that we need to continue to work with providing resources so that seniors can manage their daily lives and not end up in those situations. And so those are the resources that we want to bring to the table today. So thank you for sharing that. Someone else?
Yeah, just to respond to the last comment, that was kind of on my worry list when it comes to my clients, because especially with the whole public health emergency is getting ready to end for SNAP. So people who have gotten accustomed to the extra money in SNAP is about to either lose that completely or drop down to $20, which is going to be a huge hit to their budget. So I'm definitely with you. My mind's kind of going like, what can we do to prepare our older adults, because it's going to make a struggling situation 10 times worse when this happens next month.
Thank you for reiterating that, Erica. I would also like to mention that we were doing SNAP enrollment at the summit as well. So we will continue to push that SNAP effort and the Eating Well as a SNAP presentation. Anybody else want to unmute?
One more concern. Looking outside, you can see the ice and the snow and how it's affected and shut down neighborhoods and things like this. And I was thinking about the seniors. Do you guys think it would be a good idea to coordinate a small group outside of this for emergency response food for seniors prior to natural disasters like this happening? Because the seniors can't get out in a situation like this and get food. But if we had a small task force that could provide food to them prior to an inclement weather disaster or situation that would sustain them through weather like this, to help keep them with food throughout this.
No, and that's a great point. And I think, again, we want to expand these resources. I know for Dallas County, we just distributed about 1,400 meals to seniors in advance of this winter storm, to your point, to ensure that seniors are not going without a meal. And so I think being able to expand those resources and reach other communities, because we know that there's more than 1,400 seniors that are in need. So that is in line with what we're also dedicated to doing. Mr. Braddock, you have a program around transportation. Transportation is a huge need for our older adult population. Would you see how you might be able to fit into this?
Yes, thanks, Mark. So yeah, our mission is to provide transportation to vulnerable populations, essentially. So through the ARP program, we're able to get seniors and anyone really who needs a ride to go wherever they need to go. Most of them are, of course, foremost accessing medical health care, but food falls right underneath that. So we are able to provide single occupancy trips to passengers through a variety of transportation options, mainly private options like Uber and Lyft and taxi, and also volunteer drivers, which is a program that we run, as well as specialty types of services like wheelchair and ambulatory door-to-door. So, but my question in the chat was to, when it comes to food distribution, which I had the privilege in my earlier part of my career to work for the food bank for 6 years, and I worked with partner agencies, and understanding the challenges of distributing your meals, distributing your eggs and food pantry items and things like that. So I wanted to hear from the group what what you feel is a better way to distribute, whether it's food delivery, we would focus on food delivery. Would that be something that would be really highly needed through volunteers or through a paid service? I know that the food bank has the DoorDash option as well. But I'm also, you know, when it comes to all of our aggregated efforts and all the organizations that work in this arena, transportation is probably high on your list to figure out. So I'm gonna stop talking here, and I just want to hear from the group on what your thoughts are. Thank you.
No, and that's a great question, Jonathan. What are the real priorities in terms of food delivery or what that may look like? We know that here locally and throughout, Meals on Wheels is a great resource for meeting the needs of seniors in terms of food delivery, and of course the farmer markets, other congregate meals programs, and so on. So I don't think that there's a one fixed it all answer approach, and so being able to bring all these different resources together is going to be huge. Before we hear from others, Wynella, would you just have any responses from the chat?
Well, there's a lot going on in the chat, and I think we're on target with a lot of what has been expressed so far, looks like. I'm
Okay.
sorry, I'm doing multiple things here. So.
No, and that's fine. Certainly.
But I
Yes, go ahead.
did want to make a comment. Someone, Yolanda, I think it was talking about the disaster relief resources, and at one time, Elena, you will remember that our SNAP task force, our senior hunger SNAP task force, talked about putting together some kind of guide that would be sort of a fingertip reference for seniors that would have phone numbers for emergency services and disaster relief services, power out. You know, if the power is out where you live, or there's flooding where you live, that sort of thing. If there's certain kind of challenges you're facing because of weather-related stuff or whatever, that there would be some kind that we would provide or create some kind of brochure. We have a brochure for utility assistance resources. We created a brochure for utility assistance resources specifically for seniors. And so we talked about doing that same kind of thing specifically for seniors, but focusing on disaster relief, how to access disaster relief. And so that might be something that we pick up again. Okay.
Yeah, you know, I teach emergency preparedness. I'm also a part of the community emergency response team. And when the Hurricane Harvey victims came down, we kind of banded a lot of community agencies together to meet their needs. So I think this is something that will be greatly utilized. And also, Jonathan, in regards to your information, the distribution prior to or post any type of natural disaster would be paramount and critical. So I think if we do come together and decide to do something like that, it would be greatly beneficial. And also, imagine someone in a food desert. In a food desert, in an emergency response or emergency weather situation, they can't get anything. So when I said maybe acquiring that data from the residents prior to, do you have transportation? What would you do in case of an emergency? And then they could be on a short list of people that you would contact in case of a pending emergency. Like when storms are coming or when tornadoes are coming, we have an idea when that bad weather is going to come. We could possibly send boxes of food to them prior to, so they would have it just in case anything went wrong, if that's something you guys think may be beneficial.
Yeah.
Thank you. I just wanted to add to the transportation conversation is we obviously have data where people are going, where they need, where they access the services. We have addresses, we can aggregate that and know, hey, in South Dallas, the Walmart on Ledbetter and 35 is frequented most, or this service, this dialysis center is highly, so like if we look at transportation and how can we distribute our resources more efficiently as a team, we can really understand what the need is and then do that.
Okay, and I have one thing to add too. All of these food distribution centers seem to assume that everybody has access to a car, where most seniors don't. So it's
Exactly.
great to have it, but we can't get to it.
And that's the point I'm trying to make here. Is it should we pay for single occupancy trips to get to the food distribution centers, right? To get to Walmart that has a pharmacy that has a lot of extra services that you can aggregate all together in one trip, or should you just pay to deliver it, right? Deliver the services, deliver the pharmaceuticals, deliver the food. That's kind of the I think Mark has made the point. There is no one correct way, but I think we can know by understanding where those resources are and then distribute the resources more efficiently. And so that's kind of what I'm hoping for from this team, to say, what should we do? And then we can help possibly, provide those services.
In the chat, they were talking about the mobile food pantries. If you can gather the data and see where the most clients are that would be having the need for food, you could send a mobile food pantry and have them to come to the one location rather than go to each location and deliver. It may be cost effective, and you maybe get a bigger bang for your buck by doing that, depending on the amount of residents that are in that zip code there that have accessibility to a joint location.
Yeah, I
That's
agree
great.
with that.
Anything else from the chat? Wynell or Erica?
Mark, this is Ashley Hutto, and I
Hi,
put
Ashley.
it in the chat, but I wanted to just kind of throw it out there. One of the things, we were doing a lot with the City Square Food Recovery Meal Program. We were giving the county seniors, 2 to 4 meals every week. So they had prepared foods that they could microwave over the weekend. We were handing out 4 to 6 every time we did a pan distribution. Just so seniors had something that kind of filled in the gap. So they had something quick and easy to eat. As many of you know, City Square has discontinued that program. And I am looking for another organization or partner that does something similar. I heard a rumor that Equal Heart did something similar, but I haven't had an opportunity to engage with them yet. But having something, it's great that we're giving them food to get in their home, but sometimes they need something that they can throw in the microwave at their house and eat some lunch. And I feel like that was a huge void. That's a huge void or gap we have in service right now.
That's a great topic for discussion. So thank you both. Any other comments from this room?
Well,
Any other
I'll
comments?
just
Go ahead, Wynella.
I'll just say at this point that these are wonderful ideas, and it makes a difference to have so many partners around the table whose work intersects in one way or another. Transportation, housing, health management, food security, utility assistance, federal programs, it's volunteering. There's so many sectors represented here. And so this is what we try to do, is to bring to work across sectors and to see alignment and collaborate. So now I will say that those of you with these ideas, we need you to work with us to help make some of these ideas happen, to implement some of these ideas and strategies and initiatives. So you know, it's great to come up with them, but it takes all of us, you know, to make them happen. So that's what this team does. When you get my emails and you know, this is what we're trying, this is what we need from you. We need you to come back together after today's meeting to see how we might flesh some of this out. So I'll just say that.
Thank you, Wynella. We only have a few minutes. We're going to wrap up here in just a minute here. But Wynella really emphasized the point as to, you know, why we have an action team at all, and why we're even actually having this summit, to have discussions, to hear from seniors, to address their needs. And so one of the things that I know that Wynella is diligent in doing is processing the meeting notes and ensuring that you all get those meeting notes. Consequent to that, we'll have a follow-up session and try to determine the top 10 areas and narrow it down so that this body can focus on 1, 2, or 3 of those specific areas as a senior hunger action team. And so that will be our goal going forward. And again, we have a plethora of diversity in this group, which is awesome. I saw where Jesse from Superior Health, they have a clothing pantry. So for folks that need clothes, there's a place to go. But a lot of times our seniors don't know that. And so these are things that we're going to try to develop means to meet that need. Let's see, before we transition, I think we got about 5 more minutes before I pass it over to Erica. Is there one last comment?
I will say that yes, the food recovery program at City Square did end, and it impacted us as well, because a lot of our neighbors were dependent on that program as well. We have our food, our pantry, our mobile pantry program. We currently have 120 seniors that are in that program, and we partner with Toyota for that. And then they partner with DoorDash, and it's free of cost to the neighbor. DoorDash comes to our location, gathers the food, and then takes it to the neighbor's home. And they can track that via text or email. It's currently on hold because we are finding a new coordinator for that program, but we're hoping that it will start back up. And our initial goal was to have 300 seniors. So once that opens back up, that'll be another opportunity for neighbors to have. And you just have to live within a 10-mile radius of City Square. And that goes all the way to the Oak Cliff area, over off of Singleton area. So it's coming, but we just have to hire someone.
Thank you so very much for sharing.
And Mark, Brother Bill's is doing that too with their food pantry.
Okay, great, good. These are some great talking points for us to build upon for our next meeting. Again, we are looking to host a senior hunger summit in May of 2023. If any of y'all have locations or venues that can accommodate 200 seniors in a roundtable type format, where they can have lunch and discussion and conversation, please email us or put it in the chat. We'll certainly be following up. I think the next meeting, I'm not sure the date, but that information would be provided to you. So thank you all so very much. I appreciate the input. I am going to turn it over back to you, Erica.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. I saw Miss Tammy Johnson. I saw your hand up. I wanted to give you one quick moment before I got to the next part to say your statement, because I don't want you to be ignored.
Oh, no, that's okay. I put it in the chat.
Ma'am.
Thank you, Ms. Erica, that we are doing the same thing with DoorDash as well.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you so much for that. Yeah, so this is the part where towards the end of every meeting, we always like to open it up for announcements and sharing, for us to kind of share some big events that we have coming up with our agencies, just for the community to know, just kind of resource sharing. I first want to pass it to Wynella because she has a couple of things she wants to share first.
Yes, thank you. So I did put the agenda in the chat. I hope for anyone who wanted anyone might want your own copy. And this is it. And I'm able to show it on my screen here. So I'm just going to mention Eating Well is a SNAP, our signature senior hunger outreach project. We are going to hold a Train the Trainer event on March 10th. It's a Friday from around 11:30 to 1:30. It will be a luncheon gathering. We're going to be at the West Dallas Multipurpose Center in one of their meeting rooms there. Eating Well as a SNAP is a project that we've been implementing since 2016, and we've reached over 50, prior to the pandemic, we reached over 1,500 seniors in person where they gather at senior centers and senior living facilities. There's no charge for this project. It's underwritten, but we had a volunteer speakers bureau prior to the pandemic, and we had about 10 or 12 folks who were willing to go out and who enjoyed meeting with seniors and enjoyed public speaking and enjoyed cooking and nutrition, and were willing to learn about our curriculum and present to seniors. And then we partnered with SNAP navigators who accompanied the nutrition presenters and were able to help older adults apply for SNAP assistance right there on site following these presentations. And if we couldn't help them that day, we collected their information and SNAP navigators followed up with them. We also had presenters who could talk about senior services and resources available for seniors in the various communities around Dallas County. So anyway, a very popular project. Of course, volunteers scattered with the pandemic. We're trying to resume in-person presentations. And so we're going to hold this Train the Trainer, and I'm going to be reaching out to current and to prospective presenters and see if we can rebuild our speakers bureau and get out again into the communities to take this information to seniors about how to shop economically and still eat healthy, about resources that are available to help them remain independent and to supplement their food budgets. Okay, so there's that. Look for information on that. And then there will be a Senior Hunger Summit planning meeting. We don't have a date. Mark, Erica, and I will have to get together on that, but it will be coming soon. That's it. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Does anyone else have something they would like to share as well? An event you have coming up or an announcement? I see you, Jonathan.
Thank you. I shared in the chat the flyers in Spanish and English. Dallas County with Dr. Elba Garcia's, Commissioner Garcia's leadership has approved funding for any Dallas County resident 60 plus for free transportation to any medical related reason. That would include pharmaceutical and anything, I guess, anything related to medical. So that is up to 48 one-way trips or 24 round trips through the end of this fiscal year for Dallas County, which would be I guess the end of September, right, Mark? So that's how we're doing it right now, and we are giving out a lot of rides. So please tell your seniors about this. It's for anyone in Dallas County, and there are even, sometimes there are if you have a little border and you're like right here, you pay Dallas County taxes. We figure it out, and we make sure that they get transportation. So it's a great service from the Dallas County is providing using some of their funding, and we are excited to be part of it. So.
Thank you for that, Jonathan. Maybe Wyanella can send the link to that flyer out to everyone as well.
Yeah, just, send me stuff. If you send me stuff, I send it out. If you're on my radar, you get stuff.
Yeah, you're on my list. So I know a lot of y'all are probably on my list too, but I did put it in the chat, and I'll forward it to you, Wyanella, just so I'll follow up.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Does anyone else have any information? I know I will say that we have a Will's Clinic coming up which is a free event that we have for people to create their wills. We partner with Dallas Volunteer Attorneys. I don't know the exact time, so I'm going to give Wynella that information just so that you can share it with your networks as well. Miss Sydney, I think I saw you go off mute.
Yes, I was wondering, is there like a roster of the different organizations that are in this coalition? Because as I'm sitting here listening, I'm thinking about different ways that any step could collaborate, but I think we need to have more, one-on-one conversation. So is there some kind of roster where we know the people that are in this coalition? I have a way to contact them.
We can update our roster. We did one about a year or two ago, I think, and I was just looking at it recently. So we'll update it and get it out.
That's awesome. Thank you.
That's a great point, Sydney. Thank you. Does anyone else have anything else they would like to share?
Hey, Erica, I put in the chat that NTFB, our social services assistance team, we have a SNAP mobile now that will be going out in the community. I put a link for people to get more information. It'll be primarily in rural counties to start, or rural areas, but we will be taking requests, and you can make those requests at that link in the chat. Thank you.
Thanks for that. I saw that I was on y'all's website the other day. So I was like, ooh, I got to ask you about that. So I appreciate you bringing that up. And just to be respectful of the time, does anyone else have anything else they want to say before we get to a close? I know I'm feeling pumped up from today's meeting. So we want to keep pushing forward with this year with all that energy. Yes, ma'am, Wynella.
I'll just say, so as part of following up to this meeting, I will do some kind of survey, and will ask those of you to provide your name, organization, contact information, a little bit about your organization, whatever I can gather to create an updated roster. Okay, so you're going to have to respond and give me your information if you want to be included in an updated roster. Okay.
Perfect. Thank you. Does anyone else have anything? Okay. I guess that brings our meeting to a close. Again, like I said at the beginning, I appreciate everyone on this call. I appreciate the energy. Honestly, I'm not a morning person, but just hearing y'all talk has energized me for the rest of my day. So I just want to thank y'all again so much for your passion, for everything that you're doing for your communities, and everything that you're going to do for this Senior Hunger Task Force. So again, thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a great day. Look out for emails. Also, definitely, if you haven't looked up and followed us on our social medias, I didn't know if you wanted to pull that up real quick, Wynella, or maybe we'll email that out. We'll email it out. Definitely, once you get the email, just go on Facebook and everything and just follow us so you can get updated info and you can share it out. Okay. Thank you all.
Thank you, Erica.
Everyone.
Thank you, Erica.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Be safe. Stay warm.